I am Eileen Bono from Urdaneta City, and I am 51 years old now. 6 years ago, I was at the peak of my career as a vitamin dealer, and I was doing very well with my job. I was doing very well with money and all. I can say na ako ay very much successful at that time. So, ang naging problem ko, aside from having a history sa aking mother na mayroon din siyang breast cancer, ang problema lang po, sa sobrang dami po ng trabaho ko, hindi na ako nakakakain ng maayos na pagkain. The stress level is so high dahil napakarami ko po kailangang i-hit at i-meet na mga sales. And also, kulang sa pahinga. So, isang contributor din po yung hindi pagkakaroon ng maayos na pagtulog. I always sleep so late. So, doon na-compromise yung aking health. I was leaning on the table because I was trying to do something and then hindi ko maintindihan pero Makati. Makati yung part. Hindi ko lang alam kung sa iba, kung the same ba yung kanilang naramdaman. Pero yung sa experience ko is Makati siya. So, sinubukan ko siyang i-scratch. Nung ini-scratch ko yung part na yun, doon ko na-realize, may bukol na pala. So, medyo grabe. Ninervyos ako, para akong, alam mo, nanlamig yung katawan ko, and I sat down. And then sabi ko, saglit lang, baka nagkamali lang. So, umupo ako for a while, and then I started, touching that part again, dito sa aking upper part ng left side of my breast. And doon ko na-realize, it was already big. I was so hesitant. I was very, very hesitant at first. Walang acceptance. It was so difficult really for me to accept what is happening. Hindi ko siya ma-absorb nung moment na yun. I cried a lot. And hindi talaga ako makapaniwala. And the worst part was, I even asked the Lord, why? I said, why me? I have been a very good daughter. I have been a very good person. I have a lot of people who wants to earn money, decent money. Bakit ako? Kasi marami naman mas masama. And sabi ko kay Lord, okay lang, bigyan mo ako ng sakit. Kahit anong sakit. Huwag lang CA. Kasi pag cancer, parang seems like it's the end of the world. Nakakatuwa lang na ipinaliwanag ng doctor sa akin. Among all types of cancer, breast has the highest rate of survival. So yun yung nagpalakas ang loob ko. And then sabi ko, sige, gawin natin kung ano yung kailangan. Kasi lagi mo sinasabi na no matter how sad they are for you, still at the end of the day, battle ko pa rin. Battle ko pa rin. Pero my husband was there for me. Si San, I think ilang taon lang kasi siya noon eh. So parang hindi pa siya ganun ka-affected nung panahon na meron ako. Parang hindi pa ganun ka-deep yung kanyang pagkakakilanlan sa salitang cancer. Mas sobrang bigat, sobrang hirap. Mas lalo naging mahirap kasi, mas lalo naging mabigat kasi yung nanay ko nga ay dumaranas din nung moment na yun. So, dalawa kaming merong breast cancer ng 2019. Si mama kasi, after her mastectomy, without finding myself yet na meron ako noon. I was trying to convince her to undergo for a chemotherapy. Kasi alam ko namang yun yung binibigay na next step ng mga oncologist. She refused it. Nag-refuse siya. Ang number one na sinabi niya is, she's already old for that. By the way, she's only 65 that time. Very young. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, hindi ako ang mahihirapan, kundi siya. And I have to respect her decision kung ayaw niyang mag-chemotherapy. Nung hirap na si Mama, doon po niya na-realize na sabi niya sa akin, sana nagpa-chemo na lang ako. Anak, pwede pa ba? Ang hirap sagutin. Kasi in-announce na ng doctor sa akin na stage 4 na siya. Paano ko sasabihin sa kanya? Yung regret was there. It was like killing me. I should have pushed her more. Baka sakaling katulad ko rin siya ngayon na nakasurvive. So kung chemotherapy po ang pag-uusapan natin, 16 sessions. Sobrang hirap kong tinapos, pero I'm so brave enough, really, na tapusin yung 16 chemos na yun. Yung una, nasusuka ako. There are times also na ako ay nahihilo, nanghihina, walang ganang kumain. I lost a lot. Pumayat ako nung time na yun. Pero sabi ko sa sarili ko, walang ibang tutulong sa akin kundi sarili ko lang. So, ayokong sabihin na hindi ko to kaya. I'd rather say, kaya ko to. And I always ask the Lord. Sabi ko, Lord, nandito na tayo. Bigyan mo na ako ng magandang laban. Kasi, wala ka namang ibibigay na laban na hindi ko kayang lusutan o tapusin. 16 ito. Okay lang kahit masakit. That's number one. Yung faith mo sa Lord. Na kahit ang daming question, ang dami kong question. Pero sabi ko nga, hindi naman tayo bibigyan ng Panginoon ng laban. Hindi natin kaya. So, yung strength ko sa Lord. Number 2 is the family. Kasi, nandiyan ang family ko na pinaparamdam sa akin na it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Nandito lang kami sa likod mo. Kahit anong kailangan mo, tawagin mo lang kami. So, masasabi ko po na napaka-importante ng mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. People surrounds you, they show you love, that's where you get the strength. Be with it. After my 16th chemo, I was told by my oncologist na susunod na natin ang radiation mo. By the way, I had 31 session ng radiation and I was ready for it. I was looking forward to finish it kasi alam kong yun yung last. Ito na yung last step para ako ay magpapalakas na lang at alam kong papunta na ako dun sa success na minimiti ko talaga. So, nung una po, dahil wala po akong kalam-alam, akala ko easy lang siya. On my second week, medyo namumula na siya. May itchiness na nararamdaman ko sa aking skin. So, nung ika-18th day, I remember that, 18th day, doon na po nagsimulang magkaroon ng mga sugat-sugat. Nagkaroon ng pagtutubig yung some parts of my skin kung saan natatamaan ng radiation. Nung malapit-lapit na po ako, talagang iba na po yung nararamdaman. Masakit na siya. Nung malapit na ako matapos, I think mga 5 days na lang, sobra yung excitement to finish talaga the session, ng 31 session. I was really looking forward, and I was very happy na i-announce ko doon sa family ko na, ma, 5 days na lang. Sis, 5 araw na lang tapos na ako. Kaya, grabe, parang, woo! Alam mo yun, yung sobrang happy ko na natapos ko na lahat. Mastectomy, grabe, chemo, woo! 16 chemos, 31 radiation. Eto na, Lord, thank you so much. Sobrang happy. Para akong nagising na, alam mo yun, kahit na hindi pa ako survivor nung time na yun. Parang feeling mo, kinabukasan nun, survivor ka na. Yun yung feeling na I am already 100% healed. Kasi sabi ko sa'yo, kanina, I trusted the hospital and my doctor. And so I travel a lot with my family kasi sabi ko, kailangan namin magkaroon ng, good memories. So we are collecting good memories. Grabe yung afterlife ng pagkakaroon ko ng cancer. I declare myself as a cancer-free kahit na anong mangyari. And I'm looking forward for more years. Kung makikinig po sila ng advice ng mga ibang tao, sana mas timbangin nilang mabuting makinig sa mga taong may dunong, may alam tungkol sa mga ganitong klase ng sakit. Paano ko po nasabi? Because there have been a lot of friends of mine who listen to holistic approach. Yun po yung gusto kong ipunto. Kung meron pong gumaling sa holistic approach, salamat na napagaling po siya. Pero paano po yung mga kaibigan ko na sumubok pero hindi naman? Mag-seek po sila ng proper professional help. I'd like to thank, of course, Dr. Arlene Pavo, siya po yung aking surgeon, and Dr. John Olivar, sa aking cardiologist. I also would like to thank Dr. Ferdinand Vallanca, ang aking oncologist, and to my friend, Marie Cris Macatuno. Marie Cris, amiga, thank you, I love you. And of course, to my family, sa aking asawa, my cousin, si Ryan, who stayed with me, and my mama. Villaflor. Salamat sa radiation therapy team. Thank you so much. Sa inyong lahat, hindi ko na po kayo iisa-isahin. Malaki po yung ibigay ninyong support system sa amin. Even after the journey, naalala namin kayo. Kay God, nagpapasalamat ako. Binigyan niya ako ng ganong traits. Kahit ano pa ang dumating sa buhay. Kakayanin ko yun.